Okay, let's go.
I've achieved the American dream at 20 years old. Finally done, which is fire, by the way. Welcome to Alex Wong Raw, where I post all types of videos on the background of business. So let me give you guys a tour. Let's get into it, shall we? I was a realtor, by the way. This tour's got to be fire. I just bought this $500,000 house all at the age of 20 years old, and I'm going to give you guys a tour, talk about exactly how I managed to pull that off and all the challenges and just my story with it. So welcome to Alex Wong Raw, where I post all types of videos on the background of business, my life, and what opportunities it can provide to motivate you guys to be able to realize that these accomplishments aren't that far out of reach. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you don't know who I am, I'm Alexander Wong, founder and CEO of Dulce, where we help B2B marketing agencies average 20 plus sales opportunities per month in 8 to 12 weeks with AI omnichannel outreach. And that's cold email, voice AI, LinkedIn, and direct mail. So let's get into this. Let's talk about all the way back to the beginning, which is where I first began my journey. So in New Jersey is where I grew up for most of my life. I was never really a huge traveler. I didn't really go many places. And we always occasionally, went to the Florida family Disney trip here and there. And it's nice weather. Look at this. I have no complaints. I have no complaints about any of this. And about a year ago, of March of 2025, I flew down to Orlando to interview one of my clients in a video style like this. And you probably have seen that video before if you are on my Alex Wong testimonial channel or my Dulce YouTube channel. Now, I decided to link up with a couple friends who I knew who was a part of a business that I was introduced to, somebody who reached out to me on Discord, actually. Really funny. His name is Danny Monroe. Shout out to you, bro. And he introduced me to the CEO and founder of Visionary AI, as you guys know, part of the Voice AI, Kevin Campos. Really chill guy, and let me crash at his place. It was awesome. Now, because of that, while I was visiting, we decided to go to the beach, explore a little bit. He introduced me to a couple of other friends, Camaro, Cali Thonza, my brother, if you're watching this, shout out to you. And I had no idea who this guy was. I was driving in his Camaro, gorgeous, gorgeous day outside, going 1 hour to the beach with this complete guy I don't even know. So I sat there, and what else are you going to do, right? You got to conversate and talk about it. And by the time we got there, he was literally convincing me. He was just like, what's stopping you from moving here? Because I was like, it's beautiful here. I love how chill everybody is. And I sat there, and I was just like, yeah, what's actually keeping me behind? So I thought about it. And I was just like, you know what? I actually don't have a reason. So he showed me around to his old apartment complex in Winter Park. And I asked for a 2-bed, 2-bath, one for my office, one for my bedroom, of course. And this is where it got a little bit wild. She told me, lady on the phone, $1,600 a month was what I was going to pay. And coming from New Jersey, as you guys may already know, all of this 1,000 square feet recently renovated would be at least $2,800. At least. So when I told this, I thought she was lying to me. I thought there was something I didn't know, like some secret fee or whatever the case may be. But that wasn't actually the case. So what I ended up doing was just say, okay, this sounds good. I'll think about it. Say, oh, by the way, if you move in before April 1st, you'll get $1,000. This was 1 week before that. And I had to tell my parents and everybody that I was basically leaving New Jersey. And I said, you know what? I'm going to move out from home. I'm going to take the risk. I feel like this would achieve the ultimate lock-in, and I could actually live on my own and flourish. So that's what I ended up doing. Now, at about a year, it's coming to renew my lease, and I realized that I like living here so much, and the people that I've met and the community I've been a part of and I've grown to, that I wanted to live here permanently. So I ended up going across the street here to Lennar Homes, and it was, I wasn't particularly in love. And I saw an ad on Facebook about it. It's the only reason why I went there. And I ended up here across the street at Toll Brothers. And shout out to Claudia, #1 realtor here for Toll Brothers. And she sat me down. I'm 20, I'm young. You know how, if you're young too, you know how sometimes you go to dealerships and try to buy a house, people are like, this guy's full of shit, right? So she sat me down, gave me this huge booklet, walked me through everything. And before you knew it, I was customizing my own house. And if you follow me on Instagram, please go there so you can see all these insights. Alexander.Wong, where I drop insights, showcase everything that I go through. You've seen me built this from the ground up when it used to just be a bunch of wood, right? Similar to here. I'm doing this by myself. It's a raw channel, it's not supposed to be perfect or anything. But look, similar to these guys. Look at these, they're cracking at it right now, hard at work. So essentially at this point, I was like, it didn't feel real. It was still being built. There wasn't really much to it, but here she is, finally done. One of the only houses with the blue door, which is fire, by the way. And I've achieved the American dream at 20 years old. So let me give you guys a tour. Let's get into it, shall we? I was a realtor, by the way. This tour is about to be fire. All right, everyone. So I'm not an expert at this by any means, and I'm doing this by myself. But when you first come in, this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. You have the dog right there waiting for you to greet you as soon as you come in. But it's this very nice open concept, all right? Excuse the lighting and everything because I'm flying in like an hour. So got to make this snappy and quick. So over here on the left side, you immediately get a nice bathroom for downstairs. And the main important thing for me is this like beautiful, like open concept design. Because my main thing is that I love hosting. It's a really important thing to me, and just being able here to like cook in the kitchen, hang out, serve what I need to serve. You got people crashing at the dining room table here, or you got people hanging out in the living room right here, and you can open up these windows, and this huge sliding door will take you right to the backyard over here, which everybody can interact throughout the house. So really, really cool. Now, to showcase the kitchen area here, I mean, look at these ovens. These ovens will get you anywhere you need to go. Over here, you have our bar area. Now, the bar area is where, a lot of the ladies in the group like to drink wine. So we got the wine cooler down there, got our drinks, hung up our signs and paintings. And you have a nice little pantry over here that's just, a bunch of my stuff. And you have this nice living room space for entertainment. It's really cool. I hosted like a housewarming or like grand opening party, and it was just really cool. People are hanging out here. You have a nice like fireplace thing. So if I show you guys, you can set up some very nifty lights for some. There you go. Real nifty light for ambiance. And there's different, I almost said flavors, different colors. You could do blue, you could do pink, you could do white. So really, really awesome for entertainment. Days, as you know, is my thing. Shout out Jordan Love. Now under the stairs here, nothing really crazy. It's just like a, nice little storage spot. Now, before we go outside, that's what we'll wrap up on. Let's head to upstairs. So this is 2 stories. I love this wooden design. I mean, again, I'm by myself. I got this thing that keeps me busy 24/7. Over here, it's the primary suite. This is where I do all that sleeping, right? Now, it's actually pretty cool. My avid readers, if you like to read, these are awesome. I don't have to attach that thing to my book, so now I can just read right there. Beautiful screen. You can just look at that. Once again, got the dog, Peaky Blinders hat. Coming over here, this is your bathroom area. This is, once again, I mean, beautiful. You have a nice gold stand-up shower. Let me turn on the lights for y'all so you can see. And it has this gorgeous backsplash, right? If you need fire shampoo or conditioner, shout out Camex Leo. This is my boy Camaro's brand. It is hands down one of the best shampoo I've ever used in my life. It's clean, natural, and link is in the below. Go grab that for yourself. All right, so this is your shower. You have your nice double vanity here. Look at me peeked up in the mirror. Here is my closet. I mean, how much clothes am I gonna have, right? Jerseys over here, a bunch of other stuff, and yeah, just once again, it covers all of the basics. Now, as we transition back the other direction, we are going to enter the hallway that contains guest bedroom, other bathroom, and washer and dryer. So in here, this is once again going to be your bath setup. Nothing again special, but nifty with the office. In here, upstairs, washer and dryer. So I don't got to go nowhere. I have to unload this, but once again, got everything that you need. Come back this direction. You're into your guest room now. So if you have people stay over, hang out, they can easily chill in here for the week or however many couple of days it will be. Let's bring back to the hallway area. This is where we have the linen closet. Go ahead and take a look. Nice towels and stuff. This is the money room, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we are getting down to business. We got Dulcie up there. If you ever do some stock trading, the camera normally goes right here, but as of course I'm recording with it. And you have your 5 o'clock somewhere sign, and going over here, same setup, kind of like the old house, but this is where the business gets done, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, hey, with a screen like this, how are you not going to get work? So laptop over there, extra monitor for my calendar or camera from recording, softbox light, and our ultra wide view for the Mac, so we can do a couple different things at once. All right, so this is the house tour. That's basically it. Like I said, boasting 2,000 square feet, 3 beds, 2.5 baths, in an up-and-coming community. If you've heard of Apopka, Florida, it's like West Orlando. They have a lot of new projects coming up here that are very, very cool to be a part of. Considering they're gonna have like Kelly Oaks, which is a downtown Winter Park shopping center, restaurant type place. Now, going out the back, this door actually slides all the way over there. And this is really special. I'll tell you for a reason why. They actually discontinued the sliding door, but I think it looks significantly better to connect it rather than some of the houses over here. These are vacant right now, that's why I'm going to record them. They're just doors. So it's really nifty because, I feel like instead of the doors in this like coveted little outside space, it's not really that cool being so close to your neighbor. But like, once again, for starter home, this is more than enough. But I'm thoroughly happy with my layout here because look at this. Yeah, I'd rather have the backyard space. So now this is area. I'm gonna put the grill here. You can like hang out, talk up here. I just put this fence in on Monday, not me personally, but just got the fence installed so the dog can run around. She likes going back and forth on this little path here. And yeah, it gives her an opportunity to run around without, well, running away. All right. So pretty cool. You have a nice covered lanai here. So like if it's pouring or something, you could head straight to the garage. All right. Now let's showcase the garage, yeah? So in here is where we park the AMG, baby. Just so you guys can see, this is what we got going on. We're gonna take this baby for a nice trip. Beautiful weather right now. I'm gonna head to the airport with the dog. And yeah, once again, 2-car garage. You have a double driveway. So that concludes the house tour. Let's talk about how we got here. All right, so that concludes our tour, and let's let everybody know just all the effort and sacrifice it took to get here. A lot of people don't understand, of course, it's just a very distinct, oh, must have came from money, probably runs a scam or a pyramid scheme, and just my student asked me today, actually, on a coaching call. He said, Alex, let me ask you something. Just doing some things that people 2 times my age could never imagine. How does that make you feel? And it took me a while before I actually answered him because I sat there thinking about how does that really make me feel? Because once again, once you enter like this lifestyle of business and going at it every single day, you kind of get like lost in the day to day. It's like this day, this day, this day. It's like days, 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 days. You never really like assess the entire picture. And looking back at it now, I mean, it's been quite an incredible journey. And it's crazy to say that because like this is only the bare beginning. Like this is only the bare beginning. So I ended up getting the house because me personally, I think that renting is partially a scam, depending on what your lifestyle is. Like if you have to do that to survive, you just kind of throw money out each month. We're here, you're putting into an adequate investment that occurs over time. So I'm not saying like all renting is bad. Like the reason why I did it is because I wanted to see if I liked it first without any long-term commitments. And I really did. So this is why I made that decision. When I keep thinking about, how does it all make me feel? I've charted it up to go back to exactly how the journey has been. And one thing that I'll say is that not everyone will understand. Most people won't because unless you're a part of it, you don't know because you kind of watch it from the outside, right? Third party view. Anybody who knows George Saliba from Janus Auto House, immaculate guy. Like just like his videos, he's super cool, very helping dude. And I mean, hey, I went to his dealership to try to trade in my Aston Martin one time, and you've probably seen the video on his page if you know about him. And it got I don't even know how many million views, but it got 1 million views. And I was selling the car. I was with her and my mom because she's always been my moral support since day one. And it has hundreds of comments, people saying like, oh, mom needs money, or bro has his mom to make the deal for him. He can't afford the car anymore. It's like poor kid's wearing a fake watch, all this and that. And it's like all these horrible comments. And I'm reading through it. I'm just like, it's very interesting that now me being the one in the video, you look at it from like an outside lens of yourself. The real reason I sold the Aston Martin is because I had like $50,000 into the car. You know what I mean? My monthly payment was like $500 a month. Not like I couldn't afford it. I just sat there in my mind driving. So how the story went was I had the G-Wagon, right? My favorite car of all time. And I got a little head over my heels, right? I had the opportunity to buy an Aston Martin. I drove to Jacksonville and I did it. I drove it home for 3 hours and I just thought about it for a sec. I feel like I don't deserve the car because, it's just a piece of metal and I put so much money into it. Like, what if I put that 50K into paid ads? You know what I mean? Or what if I used it to expand my business to make even more money? So as I continued driving it around, it was the best car I ever drove in my life. Hands down, I'll tell you that. But the thing is, it's just like, I didn't feel any happier as a person with or without it. And I just almost felt like it was a very foolish financial decision. So that's the real reason I ended up selling it. I took that money out and I paid on some business debt and I used it to run ads and to get more email accounts and to grow our company. But everyone on the internet will completely see a different story. Thinking about that, it goes into this whole picture of what I do and how I've gotten here. And I just think that the way it worked is a lot simpler than people think, really. Used a bank statement loan, right? Just used our business income and showcased that, hey, we've been doing this for going on year number 3 or year number 4 now officially. And I've been going at it for 5 years. And our consistent income month over month just showcased them I are reliable, I can make money and can afford it. So I went ahead with that whole process. And as I was going through it, I had this whole mentality the whole time. It's like, it doesn't feel real, doesn't feel real, doesn't feel real. And now like I'm sitting in it, I'm looking at it, I'm touching it. And I wake up here every day now, really for the last month. It's been a month. It makes me feel blessed. That's kind of the opportunity I came down to because when I used to work in a restaurant and make like 40, $50 an hour, right? Fine dining. I used to think that was absurd. I mean, I had more money than, any 16, 17-year-old knew what to do with. And when you went to college and had the opportunity to walk out with a $24, $30 an hour job, it just never quite made sense to me. So when you start to enter these conversations and enter these rooms, there's so much expansion. It's unbelievable. I went to a 6-figure party of anybody who made like 6 figures a month, and me and my business friends got invited. to go there. And Tai Lopez was there, Eddie Malouf was there, guys like that. And I was the lowest like income earner in the room. And when you say that, it blows my mind. And it just puts so much truth behind the saying that you become like the people you surround yourself with. You surround yourself with winners and guys who continuously push you to do better and better every single day. No brainer on who that person is you're going to become. I'm very blessed to have these opportunities. And you'll probably see another video about this. I don't want to get into a whole religion thing, but being more an advocate for my religion and just saying like, hey, thank you, God, every day for just the blessings, the opportunities you provide me, and give me the strength and courage to continue to push forward and make a difference. Because being able to hire people, put food on their tables, provide more jobs, and changing my clients' businesses, that's already an amazing feat in itself. And we're doing a sponsored event, which you might see a video about for this Sunday for suicide mental health application. And that's another key aspect in itself that I'm just beyond blessed to be a part of and a sponsor for the event. So these specific things just allow me to what within my life, I want to make a difference in the world. Just believe in yourself and give it your 100%. Because a lot of people fail not because they didn't know what to do or they got bad luck. They just never gave it their 100%. There's going to be, for sure, days where you don't feel motivated, that you don't want to do things. Like, I've been dreading so long to make this video. Then I finally, just had this realization that, I need to win. And you need to win and believe in yourself and trust yourself 100% of the way. Because once you start losing faith in yourself, then you kind of stumble down this hill that you don't want to go down. Times are tough. They're not always what they seem on the internet. I'll even say right now, businesses, it's good. Can't complain. Eating, pay the mortgage, living a good life. Take a lot of things for granted in life. And I was really thinking about it the other day. Like, I wake up in a house that's mine, that I paid for, that I worked my ass off for. And I get to work from home. I get to choose when I work. I get to make content to educate you guys and give you guys the same motivation and still to make a difference. So in those cases, how humble I am to be here makes me then realize that I need to continue to work harder than I ever had before. Because this isn't even the main feat in the journey. There's so much more left to be explored. And same thing for your life. There's so much that you can do. Anything that you want to do, you could genuinely put your mind to do it and get it done. And you might not have the support of everybody, but just know that you have the support of yourself. And at the end of the day, that will be the person that will be there for you today, tomorrow, in the morning, at night, and in your worst hours. Who are going to be the people that are for you in your worst hours? Not just the highlights. Those are the ones you keep close. This is the journey. I can't believe we've done it. I wanted to share it with you guys and reflect. Because you have to take periods of time to reflect of where you've come from, how far you've pushed. Y'all are the reason why I want to continue to push further today, tomorrow, the day after that, whatever else comes from there. All right? Thank you.